lot of people have heard strange noises in the middle of the night. Maybe you have too. But what about voices? And do you believe in ghosts? Well, whether or not you do, you'll enjoy this story about the Clarksville ghost hunters. Rob Wiles tags along with this investigative team on one of their haunted missions.
Barry Bird is not the kind of guy who's easily frightened, but he's got something on his computer at work that gives him the willies.
Did you catch it?
Well, it sounds like a little girl asking if someone will play with her. Nothing creepy about that.
Okay.
Only that sound was recorded when there was no little girl around in the historic Octagon House in Franklin, Kentucky, in which a girl named Mary Elizabeth burned to death more than 100 years ago.
They caught this one in the nursery upstairs. And we think it says "Ready, Daddy."
A ghostly voice? Time to find out. The Clarksville ghost hunters are making a call. Lead investigator Paul Browning and his crew all share an interest in the unexplained, and almost all can tell a personal story like Paul's. It happened just after his grandfather died.
The day after he passed, we had things like floor model TVs moving around on the plush rug carpets. I'm still getting chills from that one.
And so the ghost hunters can empathize with people who call them with a scary story and at times a deep fear.
If you step into their shoes for a minute, these are people that don't understand what's going on. I really don't know if they know for sure if it's something paranormal. And so that's where we come in and we try and make the determination of whether or not it's a valid paranormal kind of activity or whether it's just somebody's overactive imagination or, if it's something explainable just by normal means.
So the ghost hunters drag out their gear.
It is 7 o'clock p.m. We're up and running. We're live. Everybody's got audio. We're good to go, okay? We're all in sync.
And then it's time to start making the ghosts feel at home.
Mary, it's Paul and Dudley. We'd certainly like to talk to you tonight. You know you're among friends, so don't be shy. We've been here before. How you been doing?
Once in a while, the Clarksville ghost hunters will hear or see something unusual, but more often, what the eye and the ear conceal, the microphone reveals.
Take DVR footage, handle the audio.
All right, we'll get started.
Justin Jones of the Ghost Hunters loves to find those EVPs, electronic voice phenomenon, even though finding one can be a bit creepy.
It's a very weird feeling, especially when you're in the room by yourself, because it's something you don't expect. It just happens. And you don't know what's going to happen. You just listen, and then you go back and rewind it, and you listen to it, and you loop it, and you keep listening, and it almost drives you crazy. But it's really, really weird feeling, especially when we know each other's voices, so if it's not ours, then yeah, it gives you a little creepy feeling, the little hair on the back of your neck raised type thing. Listen. See what you think.
Oh, it is. It's the same voice.
Same voice. And you can tell it's male. That's a definite.
A definite hit. Very unusual in the life of a ghost hunter.
In most cases, though, I'll say probably in more than 90% of the cases, it's nothing. There's really nothing going on. Everything is something normal. It could be a creaking board in the house. It could be, shrinking, wood, with the temperature changes. It could be, bad pipes. It could be any one of a number of things.
But sure enough, EVPs have been found at the Octagon home and played for Barry Bird. If they're not voices of the dead, what are they?
I don't know what it is. When you've got a group of all-male investigators and you catch a little voice that says that sounds like my 4-year-old granddaughter asking, "Would you play with me?"
You ever heard anything like that yourself in there?
Noises and stuff, I tend not to put a whole lot of faith in. Old houses pop, creak, and wind and rain
Not
and
like
everything.
that, man.
No, not like that. But no, I don't hear stuff like this, thank goodness.
Barry's brother Bill is executive director of the Octagon Home and Museum, and he was as skeptical as his brother about ghosts and their ghostly sounds, but not anymore. And he looks at the Octagon House, which goes back to before the Civil War, in a different light these days, particularly when there is no light.
It's very difficult to walk in there by yourself at night, I'm telling you. I'm not afraid. It's kind of like you know something's behind you, and you feel like it's going to tap you on the shoulder any second.
Which is not the way ghost hunters like Dudley Pitts look at things.
Their spirits were all spiritual beings, and you know, whether I'm in a body like this or I've moved on, there's a kinship there. So I really don't fear that. I welcome it.
Who knows? As the Clarksville ghost hunters head out to another investigation, they may have left behind some spirited friends who would welcome the opportunity to stand right next to you and whisper in your ear.
Thanks a lot, Rob. By the way, those ghost hunters make their house calls for free.